Hello! For those who don't know me, I'm Alistair from Studio Vodka and I am an indie game developer and game designer. I'm also a creative technologist and I do a lot of things involving XR and all these other things. So in this video I'm going to give a little update on how the Maze game is going. For those of you who didn't see the previous videos, go check it out if you didn't and if you want to know. I'm a little further. I've been creating some new things and I'll show you everything in this video. Let's get started. So this really ugly fellow that you see over there, he is one of the characters that I'm currently making in the game. And if you didn't hear about it yet, I'm currently making a maze game in which the person can walk around and they have to find items. And these little guys, they are basically hunting. Well, they're not supposed to be super scary, but they definitely do alter your state of personality and mind in the game. And I saw this really cool reference of something called a kobold, or in Dutch we would say kabouter. Actually, this image is rather a troll. I think it was drawn by Peter Naslund, who, as far as I could find, is a Nordic folklore. Well, he makes drawings about Nordic folklore. So technically this creature would be a troll, but for me, as a Dutch person, the connotation with a kobold or kabouter is much stronger. So in Dutch culture we don't really have trolls. Whereas we have a lot of stories about kabouters. So yeah, he was my point of reference for this. And I thought I want to do something with that. So usually they would have legs, which this guy doesn't. He doesn't have legs because I like it better that way. I like it when he floats, he's a little scary. But the hair makes him a little less bizarre somehow, because without hair he looks like a really big bully. Now, of course, he also doesn't have teeth, which makes him look a little silly. And eyes, for that matter. But basically, this is our guy. And somewhere along the line, I've lost my shading. So I'll have to fix that for a moment. Okay, so I have reset the colors. Right now, of course, the sky isn't really shaded. There is a way to do this in Cinema 4D, but it won't look very good because I'm using a hair system, so he'll look absolutely crazy. But yeah, the idea is that he has either red hair or some other color, and then his skin will be kind of greenish. Although in Unreal this will be a bit different, shading will also be different. But yeah, this is the guy. He's supposed to be a bit more hairy even, but hair is dreadfully difficult and I don't really have much experience with using very hairy characters, and I know that that's kind of a pitfall in a lot of games. So yeah, this is the dude. This is him. I will also show him in action in a little bit. Although I have an older version of this guy that is currently in the game. But I wanted to edit him a little bit because there were some details that I still wanted to add, and there were some things that I wasn't entirely happy with. So I'll start up Unreal and show you what this guy looks like in Unreal Engine. This is the life of a game designer. Most of the time you're just waiting for things to load or compile or save or all of the above. Also, my computer can probably use... well, I could use a new computer. So, here he is, an older version of the character. And as you can see, this is the reason why I'm currently remaking it, because there are some things I realized that I need to change in order to actually get this to work. So I'm gonna do this separately. But if you look at this guy in the actual game, so let me just simulate. I think we can see him walking around then. Yeah, look at him go. His animation is still doing some whack stuff. I'm not entirely sure why he does that. Because when he starts walking again... when he starts walking again, usually it's fine. So he stops here, see? And now he starts walking again. Look at him. So I can tell you this much, that when you're walking around in a maze, this little fellow scares the living shit out of you. Even though it's not supposed to be horror, like he's not supposed to be scary. I should be a little, you know, as is with a lot of folklore, is that people make these things seem scary. I need my brain for this. 1 second. There we go. Okay, I forgot what I was going to say, but that's okay. So for those of you who've seen the first update, you might already recognize this. I've done some changes. I'm not entirely sure what are the updates compared to last time. So I implemented some turning hedges and well, oh, there he is. Hello, little man. Oh, I think he doesn't have eyes yet. Fucking terrifying. And he, the first few times this, I mean, I made this, obviously. So I knew what was going to happen, but the first time that he actually walked into me and then exploded, I jumped out of my chair. So I'm not going to use this sound. I'm going to use a different kind of sound. Because it's weird, but I'm gonna use some kind of sound that makes him sound like he evaporates or thin air, because the idea is that he doesn't really exist, but he exists in your head, and that's why there's like a sanity score at the bottom down there. And then you have some items in the actual environment that can basically restore your sanity. These guys don't work yet, that you see here, the red ones. The red ones are actually to help you find the items. Or to respawn them when they actually... So the whole maze is... Basically this whole maze is generated. Every time you start the game, the maze generates randomly again. And there are some shapes in this maze, like this guy. These colors. They can spawn and then enclose something and you would not be able to open it. So that's where some items are for. And then you'd have, I don't know where I'm going. I need my brain for this. And then you have a map that you can find, so that you can actually, that you know where you are. And obviously there's the items. I've recently made it a bit more difficult to find them. I feel like maybe I'm locked. No, we're in new... Are we in a new area? I'm so lost, honestly. So... The things that you see up top on the left side are actually some debugging messages that I put in there. So that... Wait, I hear it. You hear that? Oh, I see a guy there as well. Oh, fuck this. Am I going away from it now? I think I am, so it must be somewhere here. Is it too... Where did it go? I can hear it. Where is it? Is it behind there? It's not this guy. Did I give this guy a noise as well? Oh fuck, I hope not. Okay, so there's this guy. I'm just gonna let him walk into me probably so that I can move on with my life. Get it over with. Maybe it's fine. So obviously some things still need some adjustment. Like for instance, now I'm walking around this maze already for way too long without finding anything or without having some kind of interesting thing happening. And for some people that might be super nice, wandering around in the maze without having any target. But I just know... Ooh, I think I found it. Yes, I found one. Oh my god. But I think for most people, they need a little bit more they need more than just walking around forever and doing nothing in a crazy maze with creepy guys and things like that. So let's try and go there. I really wish I could find a map, because there's now only one map in the whole game and it's hard to find. Spawns randomly. Okay, so now we have another sanity point added to our score. So the idea is that the more you bump into these creepy guys, the kobolds, the less of your sanity will be left. And you will start seeing things, and the maze will be harder to navigate, and up until some point you will be able to find the exit, but actually every time you find the exit and your sanity is different, the end result will also be different. So yeah, I think that's about a general overview of where I'm at right now. So as you can see, there is a lot to still handle, and I will actually switch, or try to switch, to my big camera here. So as you can see, there's still a lot to do in this game, and every time I work on this, I feel like I give myself more tasks, because this was supposed to be a super simple game that I'm actually making because I want to make another game, a different kind of game that some of you may have heard of, but I don't want to actually screw it up. So I decided I'm first just gonna make another game that I don't care about so much. But slowly but surely it's becoming way more of a project than I've ever imagined. If you have any suggestions for this game, please leave a comment, like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. If you're curious about the game, follow me on social media if you want to know what is happening. And yeah, stay tuned for more. See you around.